Yes, hello. You're welcome to Further Together, enriching relationships, creating a better future.
Thank you so much for joining us on yet another episode on Further Together. How are you guys doing? How are your families during these holidays? I hope you guys are keeping well.
School holidays, you
Or
mean?
school holidays, yeah.
Yes.
And because I'm on holiday as well, I'm thinking everybody is having a good time.
Yeah, if you're just joining us for the first time, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to Further Together and would like you to if you enjoy the content, like, follow, share with friends and family so that they will also benefit from what you're benefiting from. If you are a regular, we want to say thank you so much.
Mm.
Further Together will not go this far without you, and we'll also encourage you to share with friends and family so that they benefit from the very same content you are benefiting. And tonight is such a special night. Hey, South Africa, how are you? Bongani Francis Tower. It's good to see you, young man. Thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you are just joining and you want us to make a shout out, you want us to greet you, please let us just
Tell us,
comment.
yeah, comment, let us know where
Yeah,
you're connecting
so that
from.
we can communicate, connect with you, and
Mm,
also greet you. We are aware that there are some who may be watching or listening, and you are at work. It's
mm.
all good. Hey, Auntie Angie, how are you? Good
We
evening.
miss you so
Yes,
much.
it has been a long time since we left barbecue at your place. Call us again. We
It's summertime. We need to
Yeah.
go and chill out. Do call us if you're having any event or just for us to come and have a chill time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, like Kudzi said, do let us know where you're connecting from. Elder Gabriel.
Yeah, it's good to see you, my leader. Thank you very much for joining. And tonight we are going to discuss. It's just a discussion. We we
Mm.
we, we are not coming to share much because it's a topic where we are also learning.
We need the help on this one.
This topic came as a result of us seeing some of the mistakes or some of the challenges that we
Mm,
were facing along the way. So then we
mm,
said, why can't you just go to our family and share and
yeah.
also find out how are they doing with this issue
And
of mobile
mm,
phones? How are you handling them in your homes and as you go out for events
mm.
and in different places? How are you handling
And
mobile
we
phones?
must say that this relates not just for marriages, it would be with, parent and children relationships. How well are you dealing with with the phone issues or mobile devices, when it comes to your family? Sometimes,
Saying that,
yeah,
I'm reminded of a protest that was done in France by
children,
children. Yes,
yeah,
children in France, they were
yeah,
protesting and they were saying, our parents are not giving us time. They are giving more time to their mobile phones. So
mm,
it was like, we want time. So they
mm,
were protesting that we want time from
yeah,
our parents
yeah,
because mobile phones have taken uh,
yeah.
time so much such that our parents do not have time with us.
And it's quite sad that sometimes my children have to remind me many times that, what, mom, you're busy on your phone. Mom, I'm talking to you. Like put the gadget down, we need to have a chat. We find ourselves falling short. We find ourselves on the other side and just concentrating, building this strong relationship with people that we are not um,
In
in close
close proximity
proximity
with,
with.
yeah.
And in most cases, they're not people that are very important in our lives. Sometimes you're catching up with, all these social media stories. If you're from Zim, you know what's been happening, and you're watching so many things that's happening, and you're then missing out on the time that you should have with family. And I know you guys might have watched the flyer that we posted out there, and many people are thinking that we sat down to actually have that picture taken.
Confession time.
Yes.
Confession time. Uh, we went for an award ceremony. So what happened is we took pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and immediately after taking pictures, we sat down and we were now concentrating on pictures.
Oh
So
God,
she was
I was
she
busy. I
was
was busy. That photo was taken unaware. both of us, we were busy, like on our phones.
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
You just went. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
So both of us were busy on our phones, and it was one lady, shout out to Sister Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That was taking us pictures. She was taking us pictures. We didn't even know she was taking pictures.
Uh-huh.
And I was so busy. I'm looking at the pictures, I'm deleting. And you know what? In some cases, you're even posting the pictures on social media, and you're forgetting that you're sitting with your
With the other half.
with the other
Apart
half.
from that, we were
Yeah.
sitting on a table of 8.
Yes.
So Sister Elizabeth and the husband were just opposite to us.
Yeah.
And when she saw the concentration, how deep we were in scrolling, she then take those, she was
pictures.
doing, and the husband and they were laughing. So when she finished, to her, she did it for fun, and we then asked her to say, please, can you send us that
the
picture?
pictures?
Then when she sent the picture, we looked at the picture and we were not pleased, and we thought, you know what, could it be only us? Because a little later, we then raised our head and we looked at the people who were opposite, and we saw that they were also
busy.
taking
So
pictures.
couples are sitting at an event, and each couple, each person is busy on their phones, and we are missing out on the excitement of the connection of being at that event, or even connect with ourselves or with other couples. So we thought to bring this on because this is a real issue that we need help and solution to as well. So if you have any tips that you feel like, how best can you deal with these phone issues, do throw them in so that all of us can get.
If you also have challenges, tell us what are the challenges you are meeting with, just because of the mobile phone. We are quite aware that when the mobile phone came, it came to relieve and it came to aid in terms of communication, making communication more easy. Not only that, the mobile phone came to replace the newspaper, the calculator, the alarm, and a number of things. But most of us probably with no need for a wristwatch, no need for a calculator, no need for a newspaper, no need, because all those things have been substituted by the mobile phone. However, it also have taken space between couples. It also have come in between couples. It's also coming in even in work meetings. There's some meetings when you get into at work, they check in their phones because they know that. And some they say when you're getting into the boardroom, please just leave your phone aside because some people are addicted. They need to just touch it.
To constantly check in. You need to constantly check in. What's happening? What's out there?
Yes.
What's happening, especially, for us people in the diaspora. It's easy to find ourselves, trying to connect with the people back home, what's happening, with the celebrities back home. And you're constantly, wanting to check in. And one of the reasons has
That's
been...
for ladies. For men, we are not worried about celebrities back home. We want to know what's happening in football.
There are a lot of men now.
I know, but
I'm on different platforms. You see a lot of men commenting on what's happening within the...
That's when football is not there. When football is there, we are watching what's happening there, who is playing that and who is doing that. So I remember, I was taking a video years ago. I went for a memorial service and I was filming a video with one guy whom I was filming with, and he tapped me and he said, look at that. The guy who was a cousin to the person who was having an event, he had his mobile phone, just covered up, and he was watching football right in there, with his earphone in, and he's watching football and he's concentrating. So these are some of the things that we see that people are, very much divided. Their attention is very much divided. Mobile phones are fighting for attention and eyeballs.
So this Angie says that little gadget is a challenge and it requires a lot of discipline from all parties. So thank you for throwing that in. It requires discipline if it's parents and children, or between partner or spousal relationships. It really requires a lot of discipline. Thank you for throwing that in. And you also observed that, you know, our white counterparts don't seem to behave the way we do. They seem to have mastered the art. This, you know, it's your observation, and I can quite agree that in some cases you tend to realize that, you know, sometimes we overdo it. You know, people of our color, sometimes we overdo it. Sometimes we are so much on mobile phones to the extent that, you know, we don't even recognize the people next to us. And I must say that, you know, age is another contributing factor when it's, you know, people over the age of 60. Some, they don't even know what social media is. So there are quite a lot of factors that come in play when it comes to that. And Elder Gabriel says, if we are not careful, if we are not careful, that little gadget will replace the conversation between parents and children, and also between a husband and wife. Absolutely.
Very, 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 very true.
Timothy, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You say that the gadget has actually been an excuse on so many already broken relationships amongst us. I still think the gadget has made life better for us, and I'm supporting the sister who said discipline is all that's needed, and discipline is key. It has actually, you know, given us greater benefits. I can text you from wherever I am. I can do a video call with you when you're not home. However, we are, if it's used excessively, it can ruin relationships. And like what you said, discipline is all that's needed.
So Priscilla wants to buy something for the family. We're going to be talking about this for a little longer, but this is one gadget that Priscilla wants to buy for the family. She bought it from Matalan. It's called the phone lockup, or the phone jail, putting the phone in prison. And this thing, it has a padlock on it, so you put all your phones in here, and you take the padlock, you lock it. If you are on the dining table, you put it on the corner, so everybody will be just looking at their phones. If they are flashing or beeping, they'll be there, but they are in prison until you have finished what you are doing. So this helps more if you have
if you don't have the
discipline,
you know,
especially
if you don't have the discipline,
especially if you have young children, you know, the teenagers. Sometimes they have the phones and they just feel like they're tempted, but once it's in prison, you know, it takes the judge for it.
Greetings, Mom Fikelepi. Thank you for joining us. Yes, guys, do give us what has been working for you. Tell us what has been working. Hazel says, well done. I need to invest in that too. Do you know what? I needed this thing for myself more than anything. I'm a business lady. I'm ever connecting with people that are, you know, asking, having cake inquiries. You know, I have gym friends. I have so many things that I'm doing at the same time. And I need to make sure that, you know, I put my phone away, because before you know it, I can be connecting with so many people. And us being in this marriage ministry as well, we are getting messages from all over. Sometimes we get phone calls 12 midnight. And if we don't discipline ourselves, these phones can get in the way and ruin a relationship.
That's very true.
Can ruin relationships.
And that reminds us, when we were speaking to Bishop Ngwiza, one of the days, he said to us, be careful of concentrating on building other people's relationships, ignoring your own. So be very careful of disciplining and of building other people's relationships.
Available for
available for everybody, and yet you're not available for your spouse, you're not available for your children. So at the end of the day, you find out that you have built good relationships out there, and yet inside you don't have anything. You are a champion outside, and yet inside you are crying, you're dying, you're a failure. And we have to be very careful as well. Some, they're in ministry, some it's work, you know. You know that a shift can come in at any time. I need to be doing
business people
business,
business. Because in that, you have a justification. So you can say, well, babe, I'm a business person, I need to be constantly communicating, but they need to be disciplined. We need to put boundaries in place. There is a time for everything, and excessive usage can only harm whatever relationships that you have. So guys, do share with us what have you seen as the reasons why are people constantly on their mobile phones, and why are these things ruining relationships?
Guys, I don't know if you have seen this, that you get into the restaurant, you order food, right? Before somebody tastes the food,
Leave me
they don't
alone.
even know. They haven't tasted the food, whether it's tasty or not. The first thing they pull up, for me, I'm pulling the cutlery so that I taste the food, and somebody is pulling
Memory.
the mobile phone, and it's you looking for that angle, that beautiful angle. You see somebody is trying and squeezing on the chairs.
With somebody.
They want to take the picture of the food. I'm saying, hang on, you haven't tasted the food. You can only give a review of something that you have ate. And I have seen this several times. We go for a date night. You see somebody even arriving. We went for a concert. Yeah. And
guys, share your experiences
now,
if you have any.
The musician is giving, like, he's giving all, he's giving everything. He's on stage and he's banging, and we are getting crazy and grooving. And before you know it, we looked right close to the stage, many people with their mobile phones. And I'm wondering, are these people enjoying the gig, or they are just taking videos? So the guy who didn't pay for the gig, who is at home, is enjoying the musician more than you, because you are concentrating on filming. Let me go on this angle. Let me go on this. You see, somebody is very serious.
You see, for Mugunje is on my side. They are guilty of that as well. We need to keep ourselves in check. And I think social media has given us so much pressure. Before you eat anything, you feel like, no, I need to take a picture of this. And VBV, I agree with you 101%. She says that violence in Rimuma streets is keeping us on the mobile phone. We can't bear missing gossip for any minute.
So street gossip is one thing that is making people be on their mobile phones.
And now this one, we call it fear of missing out. You don't want to miss out. And this is what I was, if you would have said this, the whole of last week I was busy on my phone. Why? Because there were trending issues, and people were like, do you know what, I don't want to miss out. You go on on different platforms, and it shows you that there's such and such going on. So all these Facebook gossips and whatever is keeping us busy. So discipline is the key.
Yeah, Hazel says, guilt you. I had an experience crossing the road, was on my phone, didn't even check, nearly got run by a car. God help us. I have seen this several times. You are driving, and you can tell that the person is deep in.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's a conversation, or it's a city gossip, or it's these, what you call them, reels, because the social media have become so much complicated. There are reels, there are
there's so much TikTok.
A lot is calling for our attention.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, we are losing connection with the people who are important. We are losing connection with the people who are nearby, and we are fighting for connection with people who doesn't even
sometimes we
us.
don't even know them. We are connecting with the outside world that we don't even know. And before you know it, when you're on your deathbed, you're not going to say, oh, I wish I had spent
time
on my phone, watching reels
and Instagram reels.
Yeah.
Can I be very honest with you? Now this is my study. This is what I have a degree for, media studies. To most of those people, where you are going and you are 5K, 10K watching a show, to most of them, you are just a product. So they are waiting for you to come there because you're a product. The more you gather for them, the more money they make, because they are making money through adverts. They make all we need in television are eyebrows. The more eyebrows you have, then the more money you make. Hence the statement, content is a king. So once they are producing content that makes you not want to sleep, you know, you wake up in the morning, instead of you to do the morning prayer,
you're thinking of, let me check
just
on,
say, let me
on
go
the
there.
media
And
street.
before you know it, you're running late. Oh, I'm late. What have you been doing? Oh, I was on social media, because it's just scrolling, you know, one page after the other. What are you looking for that you left there yesterday? Nothing.
Oh,
You are just a product, and somebody is looking for content to entice you so that you come back more and more and more and more. Now television has been replaced by this small screen.
And you know the funny thing, we were saying that you and me, we don't remember when last we sat and watched a television program. The most we do is probably sit and watch Netflix movie with the children. But generally we don't even switch on our telly. If it's on, the children are watching something. Why? Because the mobile phone has come with so much more. I can be on Netflix, I can be on TikTok, I can be everywhere. And I feel like, you know what, I'm not going to miss out, because I can get all these things that are coming in. But really, are we not missing out on the relationships that we should be investing a lot of our times on? You know, particularly if you have children, it will come a time when those children don't want to spend as much time with you, because they are grown, they're outgrowing, and you know, they prefer spending time with friends. But because mommy has been busy,
if you become busy, they also become busy. Now there's TikTok. If ever there is anything that is addictive, you know, that TikTok thing. Oh my God. With my daughter, I have to say, you know what, babe, their phones, they are on family link. So when time comes, they just have to cut off because they can't naturally just disconnect. It has to be the family link to say, oh yeah, you have watched there for this time, then it's time to cut off, and it's time for everybody to sleep or to rest or read a book. And that have made reading difficult even for children, including you know, adults as well. We don't want to read as much because we are just watching. Everything is just right there in front of us.
And you know, speaking of children, I really feel that, you know, children don't hear what we say, but they do what we do. You know, it's easy to tell children that, you know what, you're spending too much time on your gadgets. You know, gadget time is not good. Excessive gadget use is not good for you. But they actually looking at us. You know, sometimes children are like, but mom, you're always on your phone. You don't leave, you don't put your phone down. So how can you then tell me that I'm using my phone excessively when you don't actually give yourself a break? So that's why when I got this, the phone prison, I did it for myself. I needed the help. I needed to know that it is time to lock this thing away, put it away so that you can, here it says, reconnect with the real world. So lock up and look up. So eye contact is the greatest form of communication. Greatest form of respect that you can give to somebody that you're talking to. Just listening with your eyes. So lock the phone away and look up. We are not saying that do this all day, lock it away all day, but just find a moment where you are getting in touch with the real world. And this right here is the real world.
That's true.
Our relationships with our children are the real world. Those are people that will be there for you, you know, when all hell breaks loose. So get in touch with the real world.
That's very true. In as much as we would have loved to exhaust some of the things, I think we haven't We have a number of things that we would want to share, not only this week, but in the coming
Coming
weeks.
week, yeah.
And this is due to the experience that we have had, personal experience as well as other people's experience, and
Yeah.
what study shows, what is
Mhm.
research saying out there. We also want to share the issues of infidelity that
Yeah, yeah,
are cropping
yeah,
in
yeah.
due to mobile phones. To be honest, I think 80 or 90% of the issues that we are called for intervention when it comes to infidelity. There's WhatsApp involved, there is Instagram or Facebook Messenger involved right there, pictures leaking and all the stuff. So it's one thing that have facilitated infidelity so much. So we would come back and address those.
So for tonight, our key takeaway is that, during meaningful conversations, now we're talking of meaningful conversations, we understand that you may have a need to check on your phone when you're with your loved ones. But during meaningful conversations, what we are saying tonight is that be present and be mindful. So if we are out on a dinner date, if we say we are taking time out, to be by ourselves, to connect, it is important to be present and also to be mindful.
So we have to disconnect from the mobile phone, so that the two of us
can connect. Yeah.
Without that, we won't have full attention. She is even looking at, and I'm also looking at my one. Then before you know it, nobody's concentrating, and you are all guilty. So it becomes normal. Once both of you agree that we are guilty of this, then it becomes a norm. And then the relationship is slowly dying.
So be present and be mindful. Be in the moment. Whatever you're doing, be present in the moment. And lastly, we're going to give our homework. I know there's somebody that might feel like, do you know what? We've been excessively using I personally have been excessively using my phone, and you need to have a conversation with your spouse. Speak to your spouse. How does it make you feel when you go out on a date, or when you're having a meeting?
When you're driving those long journeys and I'm just on my mobile phone and you're talking and, you know
what, that long journey thing.
Oh my God, I feel like preaching right now.
That long journey thing, Priscilla is thinking, man, the journey is so long and I need to at least check in, know what's happening. And then Kudzie is feeling like, I don't know, how will you be feeling?
We're driving, it's 2.5 hours, and I'm thinking, at least I need somebody to talk to. The journey is quite too long. The kids in the back, we've been playing music and they're sleeping. So it's only me and you who are at work. And sometimes
I'm using it as time to catch up.
I'll be thinking it's time for you to just speak to me, so that the job becomes easier for me. But somebody is right there on the phone and say, babe, hold on, babe.
Concentration.
I'm thinking, God, I'm here. Yeah, babe, I'm here. Talk to me. Look at me.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm guilty. Lord, help me to overcome this one. It's a hard one, especially when we have a long journey. It's a hard one. But I guess maybe we need to be taking this phone prison on long journeys.
Put them in jail.
Make sure I put it in jail. Maybe that way I'll be able to. So finding ways to discipline yourself. So just have a word with your spouse. Let them be vulnerable and transparent. Speak to them. How does it make you feel? So he's communicating when we have long distances, how it makes him feel. So communicate with them as well. At what point do you find that this phone usage is going over and beyond and is affecting your relationship? Just have a word. And if they do share with you, take it with all humility, accept, and make steps towards change.
Yeah, there's an advice coming here. And if I'm driving and somebody is concentrating on my mobile phone, I should just park and sleep. Yes. Now, if you want us to continue the journey, let's have a chat, man. It's time for us to communicate. It's time for us. Let's enjoy nature. Now, nature is no longer important.
I don't see nature with this phone. Nature is like second hand. You know what it is? Oh my God. Put it in the prison and disconnect Bluetooth too.
To be fair, for me, when I'm driving, even when I'm not driving, the moment I arrive home, mobile phone is not something that, in fact, anything digital to do with moving images is not something that takes my attention more. I'm a gallery. I'm somebody who is more
Nature.
into, connecting with the people and connecting with nature. So for me, it's easier when I come, go and put my phone on the charger. It goes there. I see it when I'm sleeping. Either I need to, if I need to put an alarm, and that's it.
So guys, we are back next week. Do go and have the homework. Yeah, my Kiki, you need that phone prison. Yes, we need to put the phones in jail at different points during the day. We just need to lock them away. Cynthia says, I need my phone to stay awake on long journey because I'm team Kunakirwa Nemoto and I will sleep. So guilty. Exactly, sis. That is me as well. You and me, same WhatsApp group. This phone keeps me awake.
Now,
because once I sit down when I'm comfortable, the next thing I'm sleeping.
On behalf of myself and Tawanda, we just want to say that if you are not on the mobile phone and you are sleeping, you are just telling us that the mobile phone is more interesting than us. We are very boring that you can't be aware.
We are comfortable. You're not boring, but I'm just comfortable. The way you're driving.
My feeling. I'm just telling you my feeling, how it makes you feel. That if somebody says that, it's how I feel. Okay, you were at work all along, we drove for 1.5 hours, you were at work. Now you have put the mobile phone, I'm saying, oh babe, this. Then you hear somebody say, oh, you know what, babe, oh, I'm really tired. I want to sleep, I want to take a nap. It really means you're boring me.
That's why sometimes we do half and half. You're listening in and then you quickly check and then you come back.
Boring because when I'm saying something which is very important for me, that's when you are on the mobile phone. Then I say, did you hear me? Then I say, huh? Oh, you I don't know. I can't. For me, I can't keep up with this thing. I struggle with it. Yes, I love mobile phone, but probably my background of media and communications, just destroyed me from all these moving digital images. I can't just. It's.
Now, I believe by the time we are through with this topic, we are coming back next week to share more. And, we are going to touch on issues of passwords and so much more when we get back next week. If you have any, information to share with us, kindly do message us. What has been your challenges and what's your take on this particular topic, so that when we come back next week, we'll be able to bring so much more.
You know what? We wouldn't want to take much of your attention, having you for a long time here. We are
because you are still on the
that
screen.
You are still on the mobile. You need to connect with those who are just very close to you and who matters most to you. What more shall we say apart from saying thank you so much for giving us your precious possession, which is your time. Time permitting, God willing, we will meet again next week and we'll be discussing more.
Now we'll be talking real issues.
What mobile phone have caused us to, the challenges which comes with mobile phone. For me and my beautiful wife, we are signing out till we meet you. God bless.
Love you guys. Do share if you can.